I don't really need a new friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid to give it all to me.
Hello loves, if you are ready for some serious organization and decluttering motivation, you are in the right spot. Welcome to those of you who are new and also those who are returning. My name is Whitney and this is my channel House and Heart. We are going to be tackling our garage mostly today in this video, and then also just getting everything ready for moving. So Nate and I are probably going to be moving in the next few months here, and we're trying to get everything quote unquote movable. So I'm starting with a little donation bin, which we actually needed a ton more of these because if you wait till the end, we actually filled up our entire back of our vehicle full of donations. So my goal today was to go through each and every bin, each and every piece, like each and every item, just to make sure that I knew what we had and if I wanted to keep it and if I wanted to actually move it to our next house. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, pound that like button if you are also ready and motivated to tackle something in your own house, and you can feel free to go ahead and clean alongside of me. Go ahead and put this on any of your devices and just use it as some motivation for you to also get some things done, especially if you are in the decluttering and organizational mood. I am starting this declutter by first of all getting certain things out of the garage so that I have some walking space, and then I am going to be going through each one of these bins. Since the garage was very cluttered to begin with, I was bringing some inside, and then I also did get some bins to put our kitchen appliances in. We do use this little shelf to the right of the screen as a storage shelf for our kitchen appliances that we don't have room for in our actual kitchen. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure that my appliances are all in bins and like organized in that way. So as you can see, I do have the bins labeled already. I would like to kind of update those, but for now they're fine. But I am just going to kind of go through each one. I used to be a teacher, so I have a lot of different kids' toys and activities and things like that. And then I obviously have a lot of decor, which I want to go through and kind of cycle through that as well. So over here I have two boxes. These are donation boxes. So I already have them from Amazon, so I'm just going to leave them there. And then just kind of see what I go through and what I need to get rid of. Alright, so I'm pretty much going to keep everything in here. I just think for Nate and mine's future kids that this would all be appropriate. So when I was a teacher, I really did consolidate my stuff, and I gave away so many things, and this is actually fine. So everything in here is actually going to stay in here. Alright, so that bin was fairly easy because it had kind of already been gone through and I already picked the things that I wanted to keep, and that desire has not changed. Some of these other bins though, I did get rid of a number of items that I just didn't need. I got rid of some placemats. Again, these things are that you're seeing me rearranging are from my school teaching days, and I will be keeping those again for future kids, or like when we move to a bigger house with like a craft room or things like that. So I did decide to go into what I lovingly call my niece's nook underneath our stairs and get some stuffed animals to put in there as well, just to kind of help be efficient with space. So I kind of already knew what bins were going to be more time consuming to go through, and that was definitely true for this case. I do have a lot of decor pieces, which I actually don't mind because as you can tell from my house, and if you've seen any of my videos, I love decorating my spaces, and it just honestly makes me just feel very creative, and it's just a way that I love my family well and just host people well, and I just love creating those spaces. So, however, I do have a number of decor pieces that I knew I needed to get rid of a lot of things. And so a lot of these flowers that you're seeing me like pull out of this bin are actually from Nate and mine's wedding. I did a lot of the decor myself, and in turn I have a lot of those pieces still in my house. So I am going to keep some of these things for spring because I think they would look really cute, like little spring bouquets. But I also did get rid of a number of those flowers as well because I just didn't need as many as I had. So I kind of arranged them into greenery stems and then like the floral pieces. And since there was a number of little leftover pieces from the flowers, I did decide to vacuum that up. And now we are on to the next bin. So this bin also is florals, so again, I wanted to make sure that I knew what I had. So in here I had Christmas decor pieces, some Christmas stems, which I wanted to make sure I've got put in my Christmas bins and not just in like a generic floral bin, because I wanted to keep the floral bins pretty specific. And then I did stop to make some delicious cauliflower crust pizza, and I was watching a little bit of some motivation myself. I forget which YouTuber I was watching when I took my little break. But anyway, onward and upward, I decided to go ahead and get a few more bins out of the garage to go through, and those happened to be my Christmas bins. And then while I was here, I was rearranging our garage supplies. So I don't even know how to categorize this, but this is like our putties, our windshield wiper fluid, and all of those kind of like random supplies. So as you see in here, I was going through just our different decor pieces and I found our marriage license, and then I also saw last year's Christmas card, which was so exciting because it has our wedding photo on it. So back into the garage here, I have another bin that I ended up picking up, and I'm going to be putting the rest of our kitchen appliances in here. And guys, I just can't tell you how much this helped this whole shelf be uncluttered, and it helps me to feel like we are ready to move. So here I just have a pile of clothes that I had already gone through my closet and kind of decluttered some of my items, and I went ahead and just put it in a plastic bag, and then I was going to go ahead and actually let my sister look through it before I donated the rest. And I did actually get 2 more bins from the garage. One of them was full of clothes and the other one was actually craft supplies. So one of the great things about going through each and every one of these bins was I was able to kind of consolidate, and I actually was able to free up I think about 2 to 3, maybe 4 bins just by consolidating and purging a lot of the things that were in there that I don't use or need, and I can just help someone else by donating it. Alright friends, so we are on day 2 of cleaning our garage. My husband Nate is going to help me today, which I am very grateful for, but our goal is to basically go through every single box and part of this garage to make sure that we actually have the things that we want in this garage, and to donate the rest or to throw out the rest depending on what it is. And so thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to, as you can see, we have some work to do. So this day, Nate, like I said, did help me. So the first thing I did was get our bikes out of the garage, and then Nate was going to go ahead and tackle the boxes that are closest to the camera, and these are pretty much filled with his books. So we actually haven't gone through them since we got married. Nate kind of just put them in the garage, and they've just kind of been in storage since then. So this was a great opportunity for us to kind of take a trip down memory lane. Nate had a lot of cool things to show me that I got to learn about him, and just how special books were given to him and just the significance of it. So it was actually kind of a sweet time for us. But yeah, so he went through all of his books and he did donate quite a few. Meanwhile, I'm over here organizing and going through these bins on the floor. So these are actually pantry items that we took out of our kitchen when our house flooded this summer. So there was a number of items that had expired, so I just threw those away, and then the rest I put in the kitchen since our house is completely done and renovated from the water damage. And then I was also just going to tackle these bins to the side here. So these ones I was kind of curious what was even in them because I have not touched them for quite a while. So I did end up finding a whole decor bin of fall decor that I didn't even get to put up this year. So next year I will definitely be putting up some of those items. And then we had a little bit of Nate's keepsakes as well as some of mine as well. And so I kind of just went through each bin and organized the items that were in there. I ended up donating quite a bit of things, and again, I just loved consolidating bins or making sure that bins are, efficiently stored. So a little shout out to Remedy Kombucha. My husband found this on Amazon and we have been obsessed with it ever since, but it is like 0 sugar kombucha, and it is just like such a delightful treat to have in the middle of the day. So Nate and I have definitely we're trying to limit ourselves to like 1 kombucha per day, but sometimes we have 2. But honestly, it was just kind of a nice little treat that we were able to enjoy as we were decluttering and organizing our garage. Over here we had a little bit more of some keepsakes and then some hiking gear. So we had one bin of like school memoirs and like textbooks and notes and stuff like that he was going through. That was kind of fun. And then the other bin was just more memoirs of like things he had when he was in college and things like that. So that was kind of fun too. But then I'm just going to be heading over here on the other side. Now these Home Depot boxes are actually also filled with our kitchen supplies from when our house flooded. I knew that these had already been gone through because when Nate and I did put our kitchen things in these boxes, we already decluttered and got rid of a lot of stuff from our kitchen. So I didn't need to go through those again. But yeah, those are just some of our extra dishes and just kitchen utensils and things like that. So that was kind of nice. Also, side note, I absolutely dislike spiders so much. I probably killed about like 25 in this whole adventure, but that's why I have my little broom here. I just like dust off any cobwebs and things like that. And then if a little spider came out, I would just smush it with my broom. But yeah, just, garage decluttering sagas. But anyway, so, and these bins over here, I did have just like, there was one that just had 1 blanket in it, so I took that out and then I was able to reuse that. And then these are some of like the art supplies I had when I was a kid, so I donated quite a bit of it, and then I kept some for like things that I thought my little niece would like if she comes over to play with, or even things that I use with my school age clients as well. Yeah, loving me was all you tried when you were around. I've been told too many times. Nate was such a sweetheart and decided to tackle this section of our garage. So these are where our tools and equipment is. So he was able to categorize each of the items and organize them in their designated area. And I just thought it looked so good after. So great job, babe. Yeah, can't you see that I just need to be by myself? I have told you many times now, but somewhere So at this point, I was beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Things were starting to look so much better and so much more clean and decluttered. I was able to literally get rid of like 4 or 5 bins worth of things, and having Nate help me was just such a blessing. As you can see from these after shots, this has just been such a fun room to look at now. It was definitely a room that caused a lot of anxiety and just stress, honestly, and now I just look at it and I'm like, okay, there's so many things that are already in their bins. They're organized, I know what's in this space, and it just makes me feel so much more put together. Alright, so Nate and I have the entire back filled with donations to go to Goodwill, and so we're gonna stop by there and hopefully get rid of these. Alright, so we like broke a record for Goodwill donations. We had like, you know, those big, huge like carts that they have. We filled up the entire cart with just our stuff. So I feel very accomplished. Hello, the sun. I feel very accomplished that we got rid of that much stuff, because that means we won't be bringing it with when we move. How do you feel, babe?
I feel great. Took a full load of the Subaru to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a lot of stuff. There's nothing better. There's not a better feeling when you're packing than getting rid of a bunch of stuff that you haven't used in like years.
Yes. Yep. Agreed. So guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate it so much if you guys would subscribe to my channel, just so you don't miss any future videos. I will definitely keep you guys posted on all of our future moves and all the things that proceed up to that. And then also we've got Christmas coming up, so I'm going to do a Christmas decorate with me video. So love you guys all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.